Hey, this is Rebecca.
And Jennifer.
We're with Sycamore Lane Realty at Keller Williams in St. George. Today we want to talk to you about some of the market statistics that we have gotten in the Washington County Board of Realtors. And this is based off of actual sales. So there's three markets that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the seller's market, a neutral market, and the buyer's market, and the different price points. Okay, so what price point is the seller's market considered?
600,000 and below.
And what does that mean?
That means that the sellers have more negotiating power over their homes.
Perfect. And we wanted to share with you a real example from clients that we've been working with in this seller's market bracket of 600,000 and below. So we had a property that was for sale that was priced just a smidge above the market value for their home. After they reviewed the data that was provided to them and they could see the information of the recent home sales, they decided to adjust their price point, and so they came down around $9,000, which put them at market value. As soon as we had that price adjustment, Jennifer's going to tell you what happened.
We received multiple offers to where the point was they actually accepted an offer over the original asking price. So coming in high in the beginning, what seemed high in the market, lowering that price a little bit, and then getting an offer that was actually over the asking price of the original offer.
So what happened is that $9,000 bracket that was dropped, they ended up getting an offer that was much higher than the $9,000. So that's one example of how a seller's market works in today's market, and we're talking about 2023, the first quarter still. So we want to share with you a couple of other examples. One thing, the example that we just shared about dropping at $9,000 and then receiving offers that were higher than their original asking price. We've got another example for buyers that we are working with, we've been working with, and they're watching the market just like the sellers are watching the market. So when they see something that's dropped, let's just go back to that first example of that $9,000. They now know it's within their budget and their parameters, so they are jumping on those properties, which continues to aid in it being a seller's market. So if either of these scenarios seem fitting to you, or you have questions about this, whether you're purchasing a home under the 600,000 price point, or you are wanting to sell your house and you think it's around the 600,000 price point or below, reach out to us and we'll be able to provide you with some examples as well as statistics and data to show you what you should do.
We want to take a moment and explain what is happening, what we're seeing in today's housing market here in Washington County as far as a neutral market, a neutral housing market.
And so the price point for the neutral housing market is from anything from 600,000 to 800,000. So what we want to do is to share with you a real example of clients that we've been working with to kind of explain a little bit of how the neutral market works.
The beauty of a neutral market, especially just coming out of a seller's market that we just came out of with all the wild stories that we all heard.
And I call it the pandemic market. That's not official. I don't know.
It's not patented.
It's not patent, coined, or trademarked. You did hear it here, but we don't know how well that will stand up anywhere. So one of the things to think about with a neutral market, what are the advantages that a buyer and seller have, Jen?
As a buyer's agent, my clients have the ability to get their offer accepted with contingencies as far as what if they need to sell their house, what if we need to put the offer in without seeing the property, home warranties, and getting repairs done on the property.
And sometimes closing costs being paid for on behalf of the seller. Seller paying closing costs on behalf of the buyer.
Yes.
So an example that we wanted to share with you that we're getting ready to close on is some clients that had a home to sell. The seller not only accepted the contingency with the subject to sell of their house, they were also willing, when the house didn't close in time, to extend the contract because they were wanting to work with that buyer and close the property for the buyers. Jen just mentioned back in the pandemic era, very rarely would you see a seller accept an offer that was subject to sell of the buyer's residence. So that's one of the advantages in a neutral market is sellers are willing to cooperate better with buyers with their closing costs, with their sale of their home, as well as buyers are realize that they're in a good price point and they know that they make a good solid offer, the seller will work with them in getting their closing costs paid or the subject to sell this house. So we're really excited for our buyers that are about to close on their property. They closed on their house that was subject to sell on, and now they get to move in, and they're really excited.
Yes.
So if you're in this situation, whether you're looking to buy a house in the 600 to 800,000 bracket, or if you think your house is worth between 600 and 800,000, and you just have questions for us or want to know what the data is that supports these numbers, reach out to us. We're here for where you're growing next.
Thank you.
We wanted to continue our little video series about the statistics from the market in Washington County. And right now we want to talk about what is considered a buyer's market. Jen, what price point is a buyer's market considered?
800,000 and above.
Okay, so the buyer's market is considered anything over 800,000. We wanted to share with you an example of clients that we've been working with in this price point. Jen, why don't you tell them about that?
This is one of my favorite stories. Again, as a buyer's agent, a house for sale at one price, the buyers come in and we negotiate and get an offer accepted
Below list
below list price.
So not only do the buyers feel great about getting an offer accepted under list price, the sellers, of course, wanted to sell their house, and so that worked out for them. We love being able to help our clients, whether you're looking to buy a house or sell a house. Sharing these stories with people of what really can happen and give you real life examples. These are clients that we work with constantly. These are just a couple of examples in each price point that we wanted to share. Anything else you want to let them know about the buyer's market?
The buyer's market right now, there is a ton of inventory out there. And as a buyer right now, my only advice to you would be to call us today to make a plan. And remember, it's about affordability and finding that right home. Where there's a will, there's a way. And just like these stories of different negotiations, prices, asking for reductions, we can help get that achieved.
So if you share with us what your dreams and your aspirations are, we will help make it a reality because we're here for where you're growing next.
Hi, welcome back to the YouTube channel for Sycamore Lane Realty at Keller Williams. I'm Rebecca Bundy, and I just wanted to say make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button below if you haven't done so yet, and we'd love to hear from you. So whether you like what we're saying or whether you disagree with what we're saying, please let us know. And if there's anything that comes up that you are not getting answers to that you would like to know about, please make a comment below or request a video and we can put that together for you. And we're happy to help you because we are here for where you're growing next.